Hello, and happy Arvo. Thank you for joining me tonight. It is my displeasure to inform you that today, sweeping across Australia, is a plague of evil spinach. Okay, I need to pause this music. Stop right there. Hello. Eliana emailed me letting me know that there's a spinach outbreak across Australia right now that's leaving people, Aussies, just wandering the streets, hallucinating, they think they're back in the Emu War. You know, it's crazy. I can't believe I haven't heard about this. But today, we're going to dive deeper. See what's going on. Because I need to know. The hallucinogenic spinach. Okay, yeah. I just need... let's go.
Well, more supermarkets have been caught up in the spinach contamination saga, with almost 100 people now sick from the toxic greens.
The spinach contamination saga. Oh my gosh. This is a whole saga, and I'm just now hearing about it.
Jesse Burns is live for us in Sydney. Jesse, good morning.
Look at it. It looks just like typical average spinach. But you didn't know it was laced with PCP.
Concerns that our farmers might start to be affected by this.
That's right, Davina, and good morning to you. First, we had the fires, and of course, recently the devastating floods in Queensland and...
This young man, wow. Someone was in his ear just... And he just yanked them straight out. Wow. That was not his fault, this stumble. Someone was...
Also recently, the devastating floods in Queensland and in New South Wales. This, they say, is the latest thing facing farmers. Farming groups desperate to get the message across that not all spinach is bad. And how could any of us forget back in 2018, the needles in the strawberries? So many Australians...
The needles in the strawberries.
Stop eating strawberries, and it really did affect farmers. It is, however, important...
Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! Where was I for the needle in the strawberry saga?
...to note that nearly 100...
Oh. You think you're eating healthy. You try to eat healthy, and this is what you get. A pierced lip.
People have now been impacted by this. Riviera Farms baby spinach. They've either eaten the product itself or the spinach itself or a product containing the spinach. And so many of those people have had to seek medical attention. They've experienced some pretty adverse side effects, including blurred vision and some startling side effects like hallucinations. Some pretty...
You know, if you find the right buyer, they might pay a lot more for this spinach. If the farmers market it the right way, this might be a cash cow.
Adverse side effects, as I just said, but we are being assured that not all spinach is bad. And after all, Davina, if you do want to grow up to be strong like Popeye, well, you do need to eat quite a bit of it.
My children would argue spinach is bad for you, but I assure you it's not. Thank you, Jesse. Time now for our weekend checkup, and...
Hold up.
As the recall on baby spinach products...
Okay, I thought it was... I was like, I need to know more. So it's only baby spinach.
...continues to grow, Aussie farmers are asking consumers not to boycott the product altogether.
For more, let's bring in GP Dr. Brad Mackay. Good morning, Brad.
Good morning.
All right, first of all, the effects of this contaminated spinach are alarming. Can you tell us more about the weed that's causing the symptoms?
Yeah, just when you thought it was safe to eat your greens. So this seems...
I mean, if it's not safe to eat spinach, what can you eat? This is why I just stick to shapes. You know, barbecue shapes. They're made in some kind of laboratory over there in Australia. No herbicides, pesticides, weeds. Nothing gets into it because it's made in a lab. This is why processed food, folks, that's all I eat.
Seems to be like a weed that has been growing, well, from what we can ascertain, growing in the same sort of area as the spinach. And as you're harvesting the spinach, you're getting this extra weed that's containing a...
Well, I wonder what was here. This must be the baby spinach over on the left. And this is the regular spinach.
toxic ingredient. So what we're finding across the board, we've had like over 80 cases. I think we're sort of heading to about 100 cases now in Australia. So
Oh, that's not that bad.
you all seems to be coming from one farm at this point of time, and people are getting all sorts of
no.
weird and wonderful symptoms. So
But some of the farms there are gigantic, aren't they?
sometimes it can just be like flushing, a little bit of nausea, but some people are actually becoming quite delirious and like having problems with slurred speech, and often like sometimes hallucinating, which isn't that great.
It
What are they seeing is what I
feels
need
very
to know.
different to other product recalls that we've had in the past. How can one weed cause such an effect?
Yeah, we see this occasionally around the world. There's lots of different plants that look like spinach, so it's easy to mistake them and to miss this. So it can cause a major problem. And we're really sort of recalling, there's a whole bunch of different products that you can look online. If you've got those products sitting in your fridge by the due date that's sort of listed, then make sure that you're taking it back to the store and getting a refund for it. And hopefully we're going to take all the other products that are on the shelf and yeah.
If it's past the due date, you're just gonna have to eat it. You know, sometimes if it's past the due date, you might give it to your dog. So if your dog is wandering around, barking at things that aren't there, you might have fed them some bad spinach.
And not sell that weed to other people.
Should you be worried about spinach in general?
So usually spinach is
I just
fine.
had some on my omelette.
So part of this is due to the dose. So if you've just had like a couple of leaves, it's not going to be a problem. If you've had like a big dose of spinach, then you need to be a little bit
The dose of spinach. You have to worry about the
more worried if it's containing this ingredient. And some of the products are actually like a mixture. So
Hey man, I just need one more dose. You got one more leaf, man. You got one more leaf, man. I just need another dose.
it's sort of like diced, sliced and diced leaves, put them together with a few other things. So it's really hard to identify if you've got a leaf that looks slightly different to your normal.
So if you just eat 2 or 3 leaves, you'll just get a nice buzz. It'll help you get through a tough, maybe a Monday. Eat some for breakfast.
Spinach leaves.
Okay, so if Jane starts feeling symptoms in the
If she
coming
starts to
hours,
hallucinate, then we know what's going on. Yep. So call the Poisons hotline
really?
if that is
Okay.
happening with Jane today.
All right, we need to get on to another issue now because there's a breakthrough treatment being pioneered by Melbourne doctors, giving new hope to women who've been diagnosed with breast cancer. And it
Okay, we're pivoting to breast, whatever. I guess we're pivoting to breast cancer. Let's go.
could save many women from having to go through radiotherapy.
Yeah, so this is a small trial. So they've had about 200 women that have gone through this. And what they've done is instead of having just mammograms and ultrasound, which is sort of like standard investigations, they've then gone further and done more MRIs. And then tried to decide from having early breast cancer, trying to look if there are any sort of satellite lesions around that tumour. And the MRI is good enough these days that we can actually identify if there are other secondary lesions that are present. And what the trial did was sort of decide if women needed to have radiotherapy or not. So often they would have surgery, get rid of the main lump. If there were any satellite lesions, then they weren't included in the trial. But if
This is much more boring. I mean, great for the breast cancer. That's great, but wow, this has nothing on hallucinogenic spinach.
it was all
I'm curious about the needles and strawberries. Oh my gosh. It has a whole Wikipedia page. Of course, it was Coles, huh? Inspect and cut up strawberries before consuming them. Yikes. Are you people still avoiding strawberries to this very day? That is terrifying. Oh my gosh. Just thinking about biting into a nice strawberry and be terrifying. How did that happen? Someone did this on purpose is the only way I can think that this happened. Oh my gosh, someone was arrested. Guys, this is a huge update. Myut Trim, farm supervisor, arrested in Brisbane. 7 counts of contaminating goods. Oh my gosh. Conviction unlikely. Oh. Did he do it on purpose, folks? I do not know. But hey, I was going to continue with this video, but I don't think it fits. I just don't think it fits into this video about the MRIs. That is absolutely fascinating, though. People, avoid the spinach. Just eat processed foods. It's okay, you know? It's better to grow 3 legs than hallucinate and, you know, think you're back in the emu war. That's dangerous. That was very fun. I hope you guys are doing good. Happy New Year. Hopefully this video goes up. I haven't put up a video in days because they've been getting blocked. I don't know. Hopefully this one goes up. I hope you guys are doing good. Happy Artful. And I hope to see you here again tomorrow. Subscribe if you want to. Either way, goodbye.